Good morning, guys. Welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming. Having a look at the Sheer Driving Pleasure Championship on Series 29 of Forza Horizon 4. And this is all about the BMWs. And it gets you the BMW E92 M3 GTS. Fantastic. This event consists of 3 races: Glen Rannoch Hillside Sprint, Greendale Super Sprint and Astmore Heritage Circuit. Okay, not too bad, to be fair. And yeah, all about the BMs, and I want to put my stuff up to highly skilled and change some of my stuff around because you need to be on highly skilled. I had a new racer from when I was doing the Showcase remix, but I'm on to this now. So I've got German Seasonal, the BMW X5 M. Share code is up on the screen right now, and this is basically a BMW race. Fantastic, so I'm going for this one. The share code's up there. Grab that if you don't already have it, and we can get into this championship and get this done. And Glen Rannoch Hillside Sprint. Okay, cool. So we're here now, and we can make a move. And I've decided to go for the X Series for this, which is the X5 M, like the Motorsport edition, and which is the M Sport edition. And for it, I thought, yeah, let's get a decent little 4x4, you know, something which can have a blast at. Yes, I can get a 1 Series. Yes, I can get an i8 and tune it up and do all that. But I thought, you know what, because it's a bit of cross country, I want to go and have a go at like a proper 4x4. So I'm basically going around and using this, and it's actually not a bad car, to be fair. It's available on the auto show at a pretty reasonable price, and I've already jumped up into first place and not doing too badly, although I am hitting every single bloody barrier that I can actually find. And coming round here, give it a bit of brake, come round, take out the sign. Who needs signs anyway? But coming round, avoid the barriers if I can. Yes, fantastic. And just get my foot down, get going, and just win it, really. Because for these, you need to win at least 2 of your 3 events and become second on the 1 event. So you need 2 wins in the second place at the minimum in order to win the championship. But I always go for wins on all of them and get myself the full points for the championship. So round here into the barrier, not doing too badly, although it's not really a great sort of example of precision driving, is it? But you know what, I don't care, because he gets the job done, gets the championship complete, and you can have a bit of fun doing it as well. Around here, a little drift into the wall, never mind. But 73% now. It is just a case of keeping up in the first place and keep going. I think I said earlier that this is a cross-country event. It's not, it's a road racing event, and that's me not really paying attention to stuff when I'm doing my commentary, and I cannot be bothered editing it out. So it is a road racing, not a cross-country like I kind of said earlier in this race, but into first anyway, and just leading it round the corners. Careful. Coming around, bit of hard acceleration, tap the flags, and just really get my foot down towards the finish line now, because that's showing up on the mini map, and just make sure that I don't do anything stupid like miss checkpoints. But they're not going to do it, and I'm through the line, first place. Excellent, this is what you want. I've got a X5 M in second place, and an M5, an i8, and M4. Yeah, so not bad, not doing too badly. 20 points on the board for that one, so give it a skip through all this stuff and we can get back into the game and have a look on the map where the next event is. Best of Bond. Okay, Why are you advertising me for Bond pack? I actually own it. I've got it. I've got the James Bond cars. You don't need to be advertising me for Bond pack, guys. Seriously. But we're here. Greendale Super Sprint. It's a white ones on the map that you're after. So fast travel gets me there. And we can get into it. So Greendale Super Sprint. Right. Pick the X5 M once again and get loaded in, doing that damn chicken dance, which is actually quite comical when you do the online stuff, because people probably look at you and go, what are they on? Seriously. But we're here and I'm going to make a start. Go. Pulling away, 8th place as usual, into 7th, into 6th, slow it for a corner. Sorry I8, I'll give you a bit of a bump. It's actually lagging a bit on here. You can see that you're driving along and it just freezes up a little bit, and the i8's giving me a bit of a battle there. And I'm in 4th, but I can take 3rd. And yeah, so we're driving along and it does actually just freeze up a bit. And I'm not sure quite what's going on with that, because it's been doing it intermittently. And every time I look down, my hard drive light's getting absolutely hammered on my computer. So I don't know if it's my hard drive going weird or whether it's just the game trying to phone home, because it does that, and that's how it syncs up your cloud saves and whatnot. And it does actually hit the hard drive, and it does lag sometimes when it does it. But battle for 2nd, I'm in 2nd, and 1st place is all the way up there, but there is a decent straight just around the island here as you go towards the motorway, and I should be able to pass them around that way without too many issues. So what you call muzzled penguin or something or another. Avoid the barrier, guys. That's what you called, muzzled penguin. Right. Do penguins usually need to be muzzled? I don't know, to be honest with you. Closest I get to penguin is using the Linux operating system. But pulling up towards 1st place on this one, a bit of braking, bounce off there, and pass them on here. Just need to be a little bit careful because I don't want to be going off into a field, and that'll definitely screw things up. So slow it down. That is a pretty tight turn really, but I've blocked you coming through, and it gives me a chance just to get going again and get up to speed. And another corner into a barrier, and I'm going to keep blocking you because looking on a mini map you are all really close behind me. It is a really close race, but as long as I can stay in 1st, as long as I can keep pushing it and stopping these guys from passing me, I'll be able to win this, get the 20 points, and I'm one step closer to the championship. And the finish line's up here, building a bit of a gap now, so go, floor it and through the line. 1st place, fantastic. Like I said, 20 points on the board for this one. That's 40 points in total, so skip through all this bobbins and we can get into the 3rd and the final event for this championship. And it's Astmore Heritage Circuit, which is the 3rd and the final event on this one. And fast travelling once again. And once I complete this, as long as I get at least 2nd place, I'll win the championship, I'll get the car, and I'll get the championship completion. So yes, continue event, pick the X5 and just get through all this stuff so we can get started. So here we are, Astmore Heritage Circuit. Start race event. And this is actually a bit loony, this is, because you can go pretty quick on a lot of these, and I don't tend to drive politely round here. And give them a little bump there, but the i8 didn't come off its line. And it's just a case of now being in 3rd place and needing to catch up with these guys. I've got 3 laps on this because I use this as a location for my custom road circuit events, because I've got a custom blueprint which just gives you 1 lap. So if it's a case of saying complete it, win it, do whatever, one lap is more than sufficient. You don't have to go around 3 times. But this is the proper full one, around 3 times. I'm in second. And let's see if I can take first on this corner, which I can do, although it does involve a little bit of braking. Yep, I always go around that one corner and end up lifting my back end up. It all goes totally and utterly bad. But as long as I'm in first place and I can just keep things moving, I'll be all right. This is 3 laps, so if this was 1 lap, I'd be laughing at this point on my way to an easy win. But I've got 2 more laps to go. Slow it down a little bit from there. Not enough, obviously, because I've rammed into the barrier. But coming around here and just trying to keep to the racing line a bit, because I do sort of leave this on because it does help, particularly when I'm recording a lot of this stuff and I'm tired. And a lot of the time, it does actually sort of help me on my online stuff, because you're going around and it's always useful to have a bit of a guide. I'm not chasing credits on this game. All I do is chase XP. And stuff like driving lines, assists, stuff like that, all they do is affect your credits. They don't affect your XP. But I tend to go with the driver line on a lot of the time these days. You know, I don't necessarily need it. It just makes it a bit easier if I'm trying to concentrate when I'm falling asleep, you know. But with the assist, it's normally ABS is on, and depending on the car, I'll either have traction on and stability off, or traction and stability off. A little lag there. And it does this. I think it is to do with the phone home stuff that's in Forza regarding the save games and God knows what else telemetry Microsoft feel the need to get from it. But I think it is more to do with the save game, where it does sync to the cloud. But when it does it, it lags it. It just sort of just locks the hard drive up at sort of max input output, and it does affect it if you go mounting game like this. But it doesn't do it all the time, so that's not too much of a problem. And coming up towards here, let's see if I completely wreck it. There you go, lift the back end up again. It's always that bloody corner. Every time I go round, I always smack the back end into it and end up lifting it. Doesn't matter what car I'm driving, what season, what event, I always seem to do it. But finish line's there, so 1 more lap to do after I complete this. Oh, actually, that was the finish line, and that gives me another 20 points. Fantastic. That's 60 points in total, so that's a clean sweep once again. An easy win on the championship, so sheer driving pleasure completed. Bing, bing, bing for those 3 as well. And this gets me the BMW E92 M3 GTS, which is a really nice car, and gets me a few credits along the way as well. So that is that, guys. That's actually that championship's not too bad in itself. And I've got a load more stuff coming up, so if you like this stuff, you want to see more Forza stuff, hit that like, hit subscribe, and until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.